Hi folks, as you prepare in order to write your first Redis module, maybe if you don't have any previous experience, I'm here in order to clarify a few aspects that you may find interesting maybe. I have here some ideas to submit to you. First of all, about the essence of modules. When I started to work at modules, I thought they were a way in order to extend Redis, like Lua scripts. But now my point of view on modules is moving. I see a lot of value at this point into using Redis as a framework in order to create using modules, something that could be completely unrelated to databases. So you have just a framework with a protocol that's implemented in many clients, and you have also the Redis data structures that you can use as a base in order to implement your stuff, and you have also failover and the other systems that Redis provide and replication and so forth. And you can use this framework in order to avoid to do the work to create a new server and just write a Redis module in order to solve a completely different problem. That's neural networks or image manipulation or whatever you want. So I think that Redis modules from this point of view are even more interesting than just thinking at modules as a way to make Redis smarter, more vertical for certain use cases. And a few things that you could be interested in is to start check the new non-blocking commands API. It's very interesting. You can return from the callback implementing the module command as soon as possible, do background work with threads, with another process, making a networking request or whatever you want. And only later, when your work is complete, you can reply to the client, and the server will not be blocked during this time. So it's a very interesting concept. And also, I suggest you to check the threaded model of Neural Redis. Neural Redis is a module I wrote a few weeks ago that implements neural networks, and it exploits something that you can do with threads when you have a small data structure, like a neural network is usually not huge from the point of view of the representation, but you have a data structure that's very slow to work with. For example, training neural networks is not fast. So what you do is to create your data structure in the main thread, and then when there is to do slow things with it, you create a copy and you work in your thread with your copy, so that in the main thread Redis can continue to serve requests using the other copy of the data structure, and only when the slow work is done, in that case the neural network training, you update your main thread data structure with the data from the thread. And you can just download the neural Redis code and see it, because it's pretty simple to follow. And another thing is a few ideas about what you could do today. For example, you could use Redis in order to talk with other Redis instances in order to create basically a cluster. For example, a cluster serving eventually consistent as an eventually consistent database. And you can use non-blocking requests, of course, in order to don't block the server as you conduct the other Redis instances. And another thing that you could use is to just implement a proxy command. A proxy command is basically a module command that also accepts a Redis command. So, for example, you want to create a proxy command that repeats n times the same command, just to make a very simple example. So, repeat 5 L push my key, my element, and it will push into the list 5 times. But it's just an idea. In general, you can use proxy commands as a modifier of normal Redis operations, and it's a very interesting use case because you can do cool things with little efforts. And of course, you can implement a new data type, for example, time series, or play with bitmaps, or do probabilistic data structures like bloom filters or whatever you want. So basically there are a lot of interesting things that it's possible to do, but I have a final suggestion for you. That's try to write very little code to get a very big result. So I think that the hacking activity you will do today could be a lot much funner and interesting in the result also, if you don't try to do a very complex to implement thing, but just to assemble the right API calls with the right idea in order to write, I don't know, 500 lines of code or something like that, but to create an interesting result. And well, I think that's all. So have a lot of fun coding, have a great day, and I look forward to see the results of this competition. Bye.